What's going on, YouTube? DCW Hawks here with another action figure review. With me as always,
It's Devin.
And today we're going to be taking a look at the Diamond Select Toys, the Crow Deluxe action figure. Let's crack this guy open and see what we got. Alright, so now we got Eric Draven out of his plastic prison, and I got to give a huge shout out to my buddy Chris. Chris down there in Ohio, he picked up this figure for me. I couldn't find it anywhere, and he's like, hey, I got like 3 of them at this comic book shop. I'll pick one up for you. Sent it out, and now he's here. So, thanks again, Chris. So, onto the figure. The Crow, Eric Draven, the Crow, was one of my favorite movies growing up. I always liked the theatrical, and I just enjoyed watching it. I watched the VHS tape, and a lot of you younger kids don't know what a VHS is, but I must have watched that at least 3 times a week. It was in rotation with Beetlejuice and Batman and Friday the 13th, Halloween. They all just kind of, that was my childhood. But anyway, onto the figure. It's a Diamond Select Toys figure, so it doesn't have the greatest articulation, but what it does have works for it. Let's just get that out of the way now. I know a lot of people were complaining about this figure, about the length of his neck, and I can see it. He does have a rather long neck, but you're finally getting an articulated Crow figure. I know they had the McFarlane Movie Masters. I think that was McFarlane. Yeah, because not NECA, but McFarlane did the Movie Masters. And it was just a statue. And I like some articulation with my figures. It doesn't have to be crazy articulated, but, you know, being able to change a pose once in a while is a very good selling point for me.
Well, see, the thing about the neck is they might have sculpted the head first, and with the way that the hair is, if they made the neck any shorter, they would either have to cut the hair off or move the head super far back, and it would look really weird. Because if you look, the hair is like up against the shoulders. It couldn't really go down any farther.
Oh, that's a very good point. Very good. And I mean, you can still, you pose it just right. The neck length isn't going to be an issue at all. Nope. He's going to look good up on the shelf. But anyway, let's get into his articulation. For the head, there's no neck joint, but you have a ball peg, I'm assuming. You got up and down, left and right. You can exorcist them if you want, but the hair, well, I guess you can't. You cannot go 3 full 60 around the hair, around the neck. The arms go out about yay far before the sculpt of the shoulders gets in the way. Do a 3 full 60. 3 full 60. That doesn't sound right. Full 360. There we go. Double jointed elbow, or single jointed. I am all over the place. Single jointed elbow. It gets you just about 90 degrees. Wrists on a hinge, and it'll rotate. You open this jacket up. You see he's got a little bit of a diaphragm joint. Get you a little bit of movement and twist at the waist. And down to the legs, he's got those ugly ass hips. Like, they used to do these on the DC McFarlane figures when Mattel had the line, and I don't like that at all. But you don't really need him doing any Van Damme stuff, so I think you'll be alright. There's a thigh cut just about above the knee, and rotation at the knee, so got a lot of leg movement. And down to his feet, you point down, up, and an ankle rocker, which is nice. No boot cut, but like I said, you already got like 3 spots above there, so you don't really need a boot cut too. So not bad for articulation. Double jointed elbows would be cool, but again, it's Diamond Select, and I'm not sure the whole story behind it, but they're only allowed certain amounts of articulation. Yeah, take an overall look at the figure. The details are like amazing on this guy. The buttons on his pants, the little rope chain thing wrapped around the leg. Down here, you can see the lines where he had the electrical tape over his shirt, which is really cool detail, I think. All the bullet holes in the ripped shirt, and excuse me, Shelly's ring right there. All really cool. Really good details. Got the tape on the hands. On the hands, not the face. There you go, buddy. Very good on the hands. I like that a lot. It's not just black paint either. They put a gloss on there to show you the difference, just like they did on the tape on the shirt. So there's two different tones of black.
Mm-hmm.
And you got the chain wrapped around the stomach too. And then the face. Get him in there. To me, I see Brandon Lee in that.
Yeah.
If you have this figure for yourself, like in hand, you know it's not just like a white face. It doesn't really come up well on camera, but you can kind of see it, that there's slight flesh tone popping out, like it actually looks like face paint. His face isn't just painted white.
Yeah.
The hair looks great. Overall, this is a really good figure. I really enjoy it. And I actually have a Crow figure, because like I said, I never got the McFarlane Movie Masters. So, I've been waiting for one of these for a long time. I think it's boots too. I'll leave those out. Oops, wrong way. Focus. There you go. They always had like the boots that weren't tucked in. They're just kind of floppy on top. Really cool. Really cool. And got the famous line from the movie. I think everybody knows. He sits there. He says, "It can't rain all the time." That's what he says. And then the girl turns around. She's like, "Eric," and then he disappears. Kind of crazy. Right, we're going to take a short break, and we'll be back with the accessories.
Take your shot, fun boy. You got me, dead bang.
You seriously fucked up. But you look in the mirror. I mean, you need professional help. Bingo! He shots! He scored!
Oh, I love that scene from the movie. It's one of my favorites. Actually, it's a good segue point, because now we're going to talk about accessories. And first off, we're going to get right into that scene. First thing he comes with is the Fun Boy bullet hole hand. Now I understand they're like a kid-friendly toy company, I believe. So I understand there's no blood on it. I might have to change that myself and, you know, bloody his whole hand up. Whole hand. Not his whole hand, but the hole in his hand should have blood on it. So I am going to make that happen. Eventually. Put it on my long list of things to do. Next, he has this crow. The spread out wings crow. Beautifully sculpted. Just cast in all black plastic. The only downfall is he doesn't really have anywhere that he could like perch on him. Like, it'd be cool if there was like a little peg or something to get him to sit on his shoulder like that. I think that'd look really cool. Maybe figure something out, stick it under his hair, stick his feet under his hair or something. I don't know. But yep, that's pretty cool. Little crow guy there. Oh, excuse me. I had a belch. It happens. Sue me. Next, he's got his own tombstone, which he does visit in the movie. That's got to be kind of bizarre, seeing your own tombstone. I don't know how well that would freak me out. It reads, Eric Draven, just whisper my name in your heart and I will be there. The detail on that tombstone is crazy. Like, it's just a piece of plastic, but it looks like concrete. A little dirt and stuff around it, on the base. Nothing on the back, but that black wash really brings out the sculpt. It's pretty cool. Crazy detail. I really like it. Right there, right next to him. And then to go on top of your tombstone, you have another little crow. Won't you focus, crow? There we go. Again, nicely sculpted, but just casted in black plastic, so there's no other paint details to it. You take the tombstone, you see those little holes right there, and the crow's got little holes in his feet. So you insert said holes, or said pegs into said holes, and there you go. Sits right up there on his tombstone. Very nice detail, I believe. I like it a lot. Keep that in the background. And he also comes with his guitar. Stole it from the pawn shop. It's very nice. The body is in a shiny black plastic. And you got a dulled out pick guard and the same shiny plastic for the headstock. Pretty nicely painted. There's some splotches here and there on the knobs, but it's not too bad. It's a really cool guitar accessory. I could see people using it for other figures just because it's really cool. I mean, who wouldn't want to just see a random figure playing a guitar? Throw it on a Jason or Michael or something, that'd be kind of cool. And it just fits over him like this. Hangs very nicely. Not too loose, not too tight. Just hangs on him. Then this left hand is sculpted, I believe, so we can, you know, get some tunes going on. Get him in a rock and roll pose. Just hear that solo on top of the balcony right now, even though he should be playing it more down here for a solo, especially one as high pitched as that one. There we go. Pretty killer axe he's got there. And his last accessory isn't really his accessory. That's what comes in the box, but I feel like they were missing something. Shotgun. Any Crow figure has to have a shotgun, and this is from the NECA 2018 Halloween Laurie Strode figure. And shout out to Ryan for letting me have this. The Pfeff. He was on our last video. Really nicely detailed. You can tell that's a NECA shotgun though, because NECA always goes good with their details. just fits, which is funny because he has a gripping hand. Just threw his guitar down. A right gripping hand. So just put the shotgun in, and the finger will bend into place. Oh, maybe it did earlier. I'm just not going to do it now. Of course, I won't do it on camera. There we go. There we go. Let's see him. Sits right there. Let's get him in the pose from the movie. He says, "Tell him Eric Draven sends his regards," and then he, boom, shoots all the rings in, blows up the pawn shop. Good stuff. I don't know if I'll display him with the shotgun or with the guitar. But either choice I think would be a good choice. Oh yeah. That's good stuff right there, buddy. So that wraps it up for accessories. Take a quick break and we'll be back with some size comparisons. Alright, now it's time for the size comparisons. Diamond Select, they're a little bit larger scale. They're in the 7-inch scale, but most of the figures I collect are in 7-inch scale, so that works out. 6.5, 7-inch, whatever. Who's counting? Not me. Anyway, first one we're going to get to is the NECA 2018 Halloween's Michael Myers. You see, Michael stands just a little bit taller than the Crow. Not too bad, but he definitely is a little bit taller. I think NECA is 7-inch, but I think they're on the larger side of 7-inch. Because this is just the regular Michael Myers. It's not the Rob Zombie Michael Myers, so he's not supposed to be a giant. But they would work well together, I think. They look great together. I know that much. Get the Judith Myers tombstone, put it over here. Then get the Jason with the Jason tombstone, or the Pamela tombstone. We can make our own toy graveyard. Yeah, that'd be cool. So expect that video soon. Toy graveyard going all around. Oh Christ! All right, next one we got is the Storm Collectibles Mortal Kombat 3. Let me get him in a good pose here. You hear the squeaking. Sub-Zero. Is he gonna stand? Yep, he's gonna stand. I think they're about closer to the same height. But see, that's weird because on camera, Michael looks like he's towering over Eric Draven, but he's not really that much taller. Mm-mm. Yeah, I think those guys, you could do something with the three of them.
I'd say so.
I just can't get over how beefy the Storm figures are. But it is what it is. I enjoy them. Lastly, and certainly not least, we have the Marvel Legends movie Deadpool. And he's smaller scale. So obviously he's going to be smaller than all the other guys. The way I placed him kind of looks like Michael and Eric Draven are looking at him like they're going to fight him.
Yeah.
How dare you get in my shot, bro? But anyway, that's the review on the Crow figure. If you have a chance, pick him up. He is worth every single penny. Every single penny. Get him retail if you can. If you can't, I'd still buy him if you had the chance. Especially if you're a fan of the movie. Alright, you guys. This has been DCW Hawks, and
Devin.
we will catch you guys in the next review. Thanks for the views.
See ya.